have been a lot of attempts today to do video, and I've either not liked it, I don't like how my skin looks, as in like it's puffy, it's tired. So this is my last attempt at doing it. So for those who don't know me, my name's Patricia. I'm haute couture on Instagram, Ravelry, Tumblr, and KnitNote. I used to put out regular podcasts that talked about my knitting, and I kind of fell out of love with the content generation for that and how it like pushed it pushed me further away from making for me and more making for content. So I kind of took a step back, so I could fall back in love with creating again, which has been really nice. So with that in mind, I have been absolutely knitting. I've made a couple of cardigans. I made like 2 cardigans, one in woolen spun, one in unspun, and I've gifted them to my mum, and she loves them, and she's been wearing them and enjoys them. And I have another unspun project here, which you can see, and that's the Hadley Sweater. I'm using Nutiden. The Hadley Sweater is a pattern by Sandisgarn in one of their pattern books before they moved to the single pattern model. So it's been a side quest that's distracted me from some colour work that I've been doing. So I have the twigs on my needles using Ulysses, and I have the Iris Sweater on my needle using Knitting for Olive. And yeah, those are very slow moving because I get distracted with things like that, and it takes away from my colour work knitting time. So yeah, it's been fun. I think the other thing I've been doing is reflecting a lot on the gaps in my wardrobe and what I need, and what my style words are for me, and that's helped reorient and refocus how I wear a lot of the things in my wardrobe. And that's kind of been supported through the complete digitization of my wardrobe. So that was a massive undertaking, but it has been worth it. So I strongly recommend it to anyone who's having a bit of like a style crisis or figuring themselves out. Definitely consider doing that. You get rid of a lot of stuff because you end up going, I don't want to take a photo of this, and so you just donate it or gift it. And what you're left with are the things that you actually want to be using, which is really nice. So I do recommend doing that. And then now I've been logging my outfits each day since I've completed that, and that's giving me data on like what garments I use, how often I use them. It's giving me the bird's eye view of every item in my wardrobe, so that means that I can also work out like different pairings and styling options that I maybe hadn't considered, because you have everything crammed in your wardrobe. And so on an app, because you're scrolling at like online shopping, essentially, you see everything, and so you can rediscover things, which is really cool. So I've been doing that. Excuse me while I have a sip. And I'm now also thinking about making a blouse number 1 using Color Mark Merino. I don't want to make it in silk. I have silk currently sitting in a de-stash pile. I've enjoyed working with it, so I'm not going to put myself through that. So this is like one of the whips that I'm thinking about. Oh, sorry, one of the planned projects that I'm thinking about once I get through my whips. And I also have it's not going to show true to navy, but this is like really dark navy there. So this is like the true navy color of this skein, not this. So I have mohair and merino in that navy that I want to hold together to make like a really nice crew cut sweater, but I don't know which pattern to use. I don't want to default to the lento like I have previously. It is a trusty, reliable, but I want something probably with a smaller gauge so it looks a bit more luxe and more high quality. Not that the lento doesn't look high quality, but I think it's just a really open gauge because you're working with brushed alpaca, and so it fills the gaps. But yeah, so I have that going on in my brain. I also have like some greys and Noro, and I've definitely expanded my collection, right? Like I've got my Noro, which I thought about making a cardigan in. I've got pearl grey, which I want to make like a really nice basic sweater in. I want a lot of nice, good luxe sweaters so that I can kind of continue to build out my wardrobe so that I can combine it with a lot of what's already in there. So yeah, it's been fun. The Hadley has been a delight to knit with, even though it's in an unspun, and I mean, look, it's gorgeous and it's such a great color. Yeah, I'm excited to finish this so I can block it and wear it because it's really cute. What else? I have like a whole cupboard of wool in behind the camera that I kind of want to make firm decisions on, as in like to destash. There's a lot of colours in there that I just don't think I'd be wearing anymore, and I got them more than a few years ago now, and they're just kind of sitting there, so we'll see. I'll start looking at it to destash it, and then I end up changing my mind because I'm like, oh, but what if I want to make something with it? So yeah, pretty much it. So yeah, I've been like acquiring a lot less yarn, working through ideas and projects that I want to make. I like went through my queue on Ravelry the other day and just deleted a bunch of stuff because it was like at least some of it was at least 18 months old, right? Like I hadn't refreshed it in so long, and some of the projects I had queued, I was like, why did I, like, in what world was I gonna wear this? Like I just liked the idea of it, or I liked like the complexity of it, like it was gonna help me grow from a skills perspective rather than from a like feel a need perspective or desire to have the product. So I just pretty much like wiped almost everything, and if that makes it look super basic, then that's like whatever, I don't mind. So yeah, so I hope you're looking after yourselves. This was purely a quick update, so I don't intend to drag it on for longer than I need to. There may be another one at some point. And before I forget, this is ready to wear. This is not made by me. So it's a nice color. And as you can see, right there, well, there, I do gravitate towards it. So this, we'll see what that becomes. But I do love it. It reminds me of the grass on there's like grass fields on the way down to the snow here in New South Wales that look like this. And there's also moss that had this colour in Iceland, which was really cool. So yeah, I hope you're all looking after each other and keeping well and being kind to one another, and we'll see if and when I make another update.